Jewish Life Goes Viral. I'm Ashira Weiss for Lubavitch.com. In this series, we talk to Chabad rabbis from around the world about their response to the effects that the coronavirus pandemic has on Jewish life and events. Today, we're here with Rabbi Mendel Silberstein of Chabad of Larchmont and Mamaroneck in Westchester, New York. Rabbi Mendel and his wife Hannah welcomed a baby boy into their family on Thursday, March 19th. Little Chaim Aryeh has 5 big brothers and a big sister, but the circumstances surrounding his brit, circumcision ceremony last Thursday, were definitely very different to his older brothers. Rabbi Silberstein, Mazel Tov. How are mommy and baby doing, and how are the siblings adjusting to life with the new baby?
Thank you very much. Mazel Tov, it is a big joy. Hannah, my wife, is doing well, Baruch Hashem. Baby is doing well, so are the siblings. Usually they would be in school most of the day and they wouldn't have the time to spend with the new baby. Now that they're home, they've got a lot of quality time with the new baby, and they're adjusting well, and they're actually a help with the baby as well.
Oh, that's great. Okay, silver lining. So Brit happens on the 8th day of a Jewish baby boy's life. Why is that? What does it signify?
So bris, the circumcision, is actually the very first commandment to Abraham. God commands Abraham that he should circumcise his son Yitzchak, Isaac, at the 8th day. And since then, that becomes the mitzvah for the Jewish people. One of the reasons given for the 8th day is 7 represents nature. 7 days of the week, God created heaven and earth in 7 days. 8th is above nature. 8th is infinity. And the connection of a child, a Jewish child, to God is beyond nature, beyond reason. It's the essence of the soul of the Jew and God.
Thank you. What considerations are taken into account, if any, that could cause a Brit not to be on the 8th day?
The only thing that would cause for bris to be delayed would be the baby's health. If the baby's too small, too weak, not ready, health-wise, or if the baby is jaundice, that would cause the bris to be delayed. 2 of our brises were delayed because the baby had jaundice. This baby, thank God, was healthy and fine, and the bris was able to be on the 8th day on time.
Describe to us what usually happens at a bris and what was changed. What precautions did you have to take because of the coronavirus pandemic?
So a bris is usually a big celebration. At a minimum, you have the mohel, you have the sandik who holds the baby, you invite family and friends, different people get all different honors, and as a rabbi, I would invite the whole community. We recently purchased a big, beautiful new building over here in Mamaroneck, and this would have been a big celebration, our first simcha in this space. The coronavirus changed all that, and the precautions we had to take was to have the minimum amount of people necessary. So at the bris, physically present was only the mohel. We had a sandik, my brother-in-law who held the baby, and our immediate family, my wife and my children. However, we had hundreds of people watching and participating in the bris via Zoom, via Facebook Live. And, looking for silver linings, we had more people here involved, family from around the world, friends from places who wouldn't usually be at the bris, who participated in this simcha with us because it was done in this way. Another cute thing that happened was, usually you give different honors to different older people who are come to the bris, uncles, relatives. Over here, we didn't have any of that. So my children, the young children, had some of these honors, like bringing in the child, passing the baby one from another until brought over to the sandik. Obviously, as far as precautions, we have to make sure that the mohel and the sandik, myself, anyone who came in contact with the baby or with each other was wearing gloves and mask and was covered, and made sure that it's done in a safe way, God forbid, nobody should be passing the virus around. Well, one other thing as well, usually I'd be looking for the most popular mohel, the best mohel in town. In this case, I wasn't looking for the most popular mohel who's been around doing brises every day. We were actually looking for someone who had been home, had not been doing brises, and we found a very fine mohel in Tenafly, but he has not been exposed at all, has not been around, so we felt a little safer with him. But of course, the mohels who are going around there and doing the bris are taking all the proper precautions to make sure that the baby and themselves and everyone around are safe.
Very interesting. So what's the meaning behind your baby's name? And if you could elaborate on the idea of a Jewish name and what that power is in general.
So a baby's name, a Jewish name, the Kabbalists explain the name is connected to the baby's soul. Our sages say that it's a minor prophecy that parents receive to know what the right name for the child is. We named this boy Chaim Aryeh. He's named after my grandfather, my father's father. He was in the diamond business in Belgium and a Torah scholar, sat and studied Torah every evening. This name is, in addition to it being the child's great-grandfather's name, is very fitting for this time, Chaim and Aryeh. When someone's not well, oftentimes they will add a Jewish name that has a connection to life, like the name Chaim. People will add the name Chaim. So Chaim means life. So very fitting that we gave the child the name Chaim to bring more life to the world, to the Jewish people, to everyone suffering. Same with the second name, Aryeh. Aryeh means a lion. We ask God to give strength to our people, to the world. We shall all be able to rise up with the strength of a lion. So I hope the baby's name and the meaning of it shares its meaning to the entire world and all people.
Amen. Wow, that's really powerful. So, bris, some parents are worried when it comes to a brit. They're worried about causing their kid pain, or they feel like they shouldn't make a decision for their child that has everlasting impact. They just want to protect their children. Why is it important to you that your child should have a bris on the 8th day?
Some things we don't leave for the children to decide. I don't say I'm going to, let this child decide when he gets older if they want to eat or drink. Or I don't say I'm going to let my child decide if how they should behave, if they should have manners and act like a mensch. Things that are important, things that are part of who you are, you teach to your child and you do for your child. A bris and a bris on the 8th day is the essence of who we are as Jewish people. That's not something to delay. That's something you want to give over as a gift to your child. And pain, yes, all good things come with a little bit of pain. Absolutely. It's a tiny little bit of pain, and the reward is tremendous for the child's entire life, its connection to Hashem. It's a lesson in general. Some mitzvahs, some good deeds we do take a little bit of pain, but the reward outweighs the pain in a tremendous way.
Lastly, a parenting question. You mentioned before that your children are all home. The pandemic has closed schools all over the world. So what's life like having 6 kids and a newborn at home? And can you share any thoughts for parents who are finding it tough?
So yes, it is hectic. I won't say it's not hectic, but there's a silver lining here. So my kids go to school in Crown Heights and in LA Torah. The schools have done a phenomenal job to arrange for classes for them online, through phone calls, through Zoom. And usually your kids go to school and you don't have the opportunity to see them studying. You do homework with them later, once in a while you come visit, but your kids are away. Over here, they're being taught by the schools, but I get a first-hand view. So all the different children, all of them, from the youngest to my daughter who goes to the Westchester Day School here in Mamaroneck, my other boys who go to Ola Torah in Crown Heights. They're all online studying and they have classes upon classes. So each one is with their laptop, with their iPad in a different corner of the house, and they're studying. And at a certain time in the day, I can walk around and see each one studying and learning with their friends, with their teachers, with their classes. So yeah, you got to make the best of it. And that's That's one of the beautiful things to do. In addition, my kids entertain each other. So after, they're not learning all day. So after that, they find all different creative things to do and ways to entertain each other, including now helping to clean for Passover. So that's all exciting things happening over here while we stay home.
Okay, thank you so much for coming to speak to us. I'm sure it's busy for you and your family. Hope Chaim Aryeh grows to be healthy, physically, spiritually, bring you a lot of nachas, and you should share only joyful occasions.
Thank you very much. My pleasure and honor.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Please join us next episode where we will be talking to Rabbi Chaim Lazaroff of Houston, Texas, about the effects the coronavirus pandemic had on the funeral and mourning rites for his grandmother.